Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I hope you are okay. I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying Liverpool's potentially short stay at the top, but a potentially winning stay at the top of the Premier League. Tomorrow night, we welcome the mighty Sheffield United. Not that United. We're playing them on Sunday, but Sheffield United, the Blades, right? So this is your match preview of myself, AGT. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Bienvenido. Bienvenue. I don't know the German or Italian, but we move. Smash that like button for me. Do us a quick favor. Get involved with the channel. Show us your support. Little Gus is knocking around as well. You might see him in a sec if he decides to come in. And then subscribe. Guys, we are this close. And when I say this close, I really do mean it. We are, well, actually, no, that can't be right. We'll update that. Yeah, we are 80 away from 42,000 on the Kop TV. So really excited to see if we can get to 50k as soon as possible. I'll be so honest with you. I'm craving it. Like I'm craving this league title. I'm craving that 50k on the Kop TV as well. So make sure you help us and do that. Right, let's get into this. If you are watching from Liverpool, London, Lisbon, Lagos, get involved in the comments. I'd like to know where you are watching from all around the world. To give you a bit of context behind this game, Liverpool have won their last 6 Premier League meetings with Sheffield United. 13 goals we've scored and we've conceded just once. Sheffield United have lost 10 of their last 12 away league games against Liverpool. If you can hear the tippy-tappy in the background, it is Gus, so don't worry about that. Sheffield United have lost 10 of the last 12 league away games at Liverpool, with the exceptions being a draw 0-0 in 1975 and a 2-1 win for the Blades in April 94, 2 years into the Premier League. And Liverpool have lost just one of their 39 Premier League home games against newly promoted sides, going down 1-0 against Fulham in March 2021. What an awful period that was. We lost 6 home games in a row. I'm pretty sure one of them was Sheffield United, if I'm honest. But since that defeat, we've turned it right around when we play against newly promoted sides, as the Reds have won their last 8 such games against the sides coming up with an aggregate score of, any guesses? 28-5. It's almost like our aggregate against United. Sheffield United, though, have earned 4 points from the last 3 Premier League games, winning 1, drawing 1 and losing 1, twice as many as they had in their first 11 on the road. They've lost 9 and drawn 2 on the road, and Liverpool have lost just 1 of their last 20 Premier League home games in April. And unbeaten in 12 games at April since a 2-1 loss to Crystal Palace. We all know about that one in 2017. So if you look at the table, I mean, it definitely does not look pretty. As the video suggests, this is top of the table versus literally the rock bottom of the table. Sheffield United, and it's not an insult, it's not a surprise me saying this, but they will be relegated, all right? There's no way that they're getting out of trouble. It's impossible. It's not impossible, because they've done it before under Neil Warnock, I think. We've seen West Brom do the Great Escape. We've seen Everton, Great Escape in the last few years. So nothing's impossible. But they have lost 20 games out of 29. 3 wins, giving themselves 15 points in total. However, one thing we do have to say is the last 2 games, they have shown a bit of resilience. They did get that 3-3 draw. I think it was at home to Fulham. It was. And let's not forget, in that game, they were cruising. Well, I wouldn't say cruising, but they were 3-1 up, right? Ben Brereton Diaz, the Lancashire lad who qualifies to play for Chile. It's interesting. I saw something recently that actually said that the manager of Chile is going to stop calling him up because he's failed to learn Spanish as of yet. Call me up, mate. Yeah? I'll teach him a thing or two about the old Spanish. But he did score 2. Ollie McBurney also scored. He also had 1 ruled out. And at that point, they would have been 4-1 up. But for 8 shots, they managed 3 goals, 4 on target. But the away team, Fulham, 24 shots and 9 on target. And imagine being at home and only having 26% possession. And that's what they had. But as I said, listen, guys, the table, even though this is such an important game, we can't look at this as a top-to-bottom clash, in my opinion. We have to look at this as like any other game. We have to dissect, analyze, and really, deep dive on their players, how we're going to maybe break down that wall that they are going to put up. Don't forget, this is a a team with an awful defensive record, but at Anfield, they are going to come and put 11 men behind the ball. And as much as we did that and we successfully beat Brighton at the weekend, who did that 11 men behind the ball, there always is a part of me, guys, and let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, but there's always a part of me whenever we play these teams that really does not want to take anything for granted. I really can't be complacent. I really can't think this is 3 points before we've already got them, because we've had other teams come to Anfield, set up stall, and it really isn't exactly how we'd like it to go. Gus, no, go to bed. I'm working. Yeah, I'm trying to pay your bills so you can go to the vet and get food. Bed. Good boy. So this isn't a game that I'm looking forward to, if I'm honest. I mean, on paper, we did the preview for DR Sports a couple of days ago on the weekend preview show. Do you want to see Gus? We'll get him up. Come on, Gus. You haven't been on the Kop TV for a while. This is little Gus. What's the score going to be tomorrow night, my brother? Yeah, no, that's what I thought. And they have got that high line, and that can be exploited, Gus. So which standout player for them would you focus on? Exactly. Ben Brereton Diaz, isn't it? Ollie McBurney, Rhian Brewster, Jack Robinson all played for Liverpool in the past. Yassir Larouci as well. Okay, that's enough. Okay, Gus, I'll play it for you in a minute. But they are just the point I'm trying to make is I really, really don't want us to be complacent in this game. The only time I could start getting complacent in this game, Gus, no, bed, is if we score early. If we score early doors, I think it's going to be a long old evening for Sheffield United. So let's get into the lineup prediction for Liverpool. We're still waiting, aren't we, on Alisson? We're still waiting on Trent. We're still waiting on Curtis Jones, Diogo Jota, Alisson. So there's still 5 or 6 players that are due to come back and really help us push on for this title run that we find ourselves in. But at the same time, we should still have enough to deal with Sheffield United at home, obviously. So here's my team. Don't forget, we did beat them 2-0 away in the season. I think it was a Szoboszlai goal and a Nunez or Curtis Jones. I'm not too sure. But here we are. Kelleher in goal. Right back, Connor Bradley. Now, here's a bit of a conundrum. Do you go Ibu Konate or do you go with a Jarrell Quansah, who has also been absolutely almost second to none apart from Virgil? Like, it's almost like we don't even notice when Konate isn't playing. It's almost like Quansah has been playing for years and years. And this is actually, apart from Trent, because he's a bit of an anomaly, I saw a fact the other day. This season, Jarrell Quansah has played the most minutes of any season that Jurgen Klopp has ever managed Liverpool, apart from Trent, for an academy player. He beats Curtis Jones' record of 2021. I think Nat Phillips had a very close record that season as well. But Jarrell Quansah is head and shoulders now, again, apart from Trent, because he's an anomaly. He is head and shoulders our top academy player in terms of minutes that he's getting on the pitch. Now, I'm totally not against seeing Jarrell Quansah play. If anything, rest Ibu Konate for the game against United. But actually, let me ask you that, because you might not have the same opinion. That's why we do these shows, so you can jump in the comments and tell me if I'm right or wrong. But Jarrell Quansah, Virgil van Dijk, now a left back. We've heard, that Robertson should be available. It wasn't as serious as we thought, the injury with Scotland in the international break. So looking forward to seeing maybe Tsimikas or even Joe Gomez, but that's a toss-up. Let me know in the chat who you'd like at left back. And then in the midfield, it kind of just writes itself at this stage, people. You've got McAllister, Endo, and Szoboszlai, who between all three of them have massively different attributes, but at the same time, just such a good combination, especially Maka and Endo. Endo as a partnership, there isn't much they can't do. So you've got the physicality, you've got the tirelessness from both of them. You've got the technical ability of Maka. You've also got shots from distance from Maka and also Endo. We saw his goal against Fulham. I'm trying to think of, because the physicality they've got on lock, the technical ability they've got on lock, to go forward and help, they can get assists and score, they've got on lock. So there isn't anything really that partnership can't do, McAllister and Endo. And then you chuck Szoboszlai in, who's got all of that and the legs as well. So I don't think there's a reason, even though it is, with all due respect, it is Sheffield United at Anfield. I don't think there's a reason to actually change because, as I said, we're 9 games away from winning the Premier League, people. You play your strongest team every single week now. And then up front, again, pretty nailed on, guys. There was obviously Jota coming in and out. There was Gakpo coming in and out. Harvey coming in and out of those front 3 places when we were really ravaged with injury a couple months ago. But now, Diaz is playing out of his skin for club and country. Nunez is one of the most informed strikers in the world right now. And Mo Salah is Mo Salah. So why would you change that? And again, you bring on Gakpo. It would be nice to see Jota, who I know has been working outside with the ball recently in training. Maybe, again, we bring him off the bench on Sunday to surprise the Manx. But for me, that's my team, right? Sheffield United, if you look at some of their star players, if you can even call them that, from their performances this season. But if you look at some of the players they've got that can hurt us, obviously Ben Brereton Diaz, Cameron Archer, who's had in and out kind of season in terms of scoring and making a bit of an impact, but then not really getting another chance. You've got Rihan Brewster. I mean, I don't know what's happening with him at the minute. Mason Holgate, former Evertonian, he's got to hold it tomorrow night. Tom Davis, former Evertonian, he's got to hold it tonight. Ollie McBurney scored a couple in the last game. You've got Chris Basham at the back, Fotheringham in goal, Jack Robinson, as I said, Ollie Norwood, who's still scoring goals for them. And that's about it, if I'm honest with you. It's not the biggest squad in the world, but at the same time, listen, they scored 3 at home against Fulham. Fulham are a very good team in 13th. To be fair, they've only got 2 and 5, and we're playing them very soon as well. So let's get it then. There's your lineup prediction, score prediction time. Don't forget, myself, I'll be with you after this game tomorrow night. I'll give you a video for sure, probably from DR Studios, as we have a call in on DR tomorrow. So if you are a Liverpool fan and you'd like to call into DR after the game, do let me know. We can do that for you. So yeah, listen, really excited for this game. It's another opportunity to improve our home record. One thing I would like to see, and if I'm being really honest, is it's 1 clean sheet in 12 for Liverpool at Anfield. Now, we've won all those games, so I'm not necessarily focused too much on that. But at the same time, I would like us to get a clean sheet. I think you guys can agree in the comments. A clean sheet would be nice, wouldn't it? We haven't had one for a while. And I'm not having to go at Kelleher, but even the poor teams we've been conceding against recently. So let's make sure we get a clean sheet, especially going into that United game. I think, obviously, it was a big shock to concede 4 goals against them in the FA Cup. We know that's not going to happen again. So let's get a clean sheet going into that game. Let's make sure our goal difference is boosted. Is this a big opportunity to inflate our goal difference? As we know, we're 6 goals behind Arsenal, 2 points ahead of them. But at the same time, we know with how close this title race is, we know this could come down to goal difference, which no one wants. Even if we want it on goal difference, which I'd love us to get back City. Even if we did, I'd think, wow, that is harsh for 2nd and 3rd place to lose out on goal difference. So again, with all due respect to Sheffield United, this is an opportunity to boost our goal difference. So how many goals? And again, I'm not trying to disrespect them. We're trying to make it a fair and honest review. But how many goals can we get tomorrow night, and who gets them as well? Who would you like to see score? Is this the night Joe Gomez scores? Is this the night Mo Salah carries on scoring? Is this the night Darwin scores a hat-trick? Does Diaz score? I'd like to see all of them, to be honest. So I'm going for a 4-1 Liverpool win. I know I want a clean sheet, but from what you want to what you will get is a bit different in life. So I want a clean sheet. I would say 4-0. I think I said that on DR the other day, but I'll go 4-1. But again, the clean sheet, the goal difference is also important for Liverpool this season. And who knows, this time next week, after the United game, we're going into the Atalanta game. But then that weekend, I think we have Fulham. And again, you're looking for Alisson, Trent, all these guys to be back for that game. So this is just keeping the momentum, score a few goals, make sure you keep your place at the top of the table and extend that lead, knowing that Man City and Arsenal have got to follow us up at the weekend. So listen, really excited for this game. Even more excited for the game on Sunday. Don't forget, I'll be doing a preview with Flex on Friday. You cannot miss that one. They've been absolutely fire this season between us. And guys, make sure you're supporting the Reds from wherever around the world you watch the Reds from. I've been AGT. This has been the Kop TV. This has been your match preview. You've seen me. You've seen Gus. You've heard of their team, our team, the score prediction, lineup prediction, a few facts around this game. And I hope you enjoy it. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow night on the Kop TV. All the best. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you check out the rest of the channel too. There's other stuff you'll enjoy for sure.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous dads.
Come on.